Welcome to Lesson 6, the Flash Draft. Before we begin writing our flash draft, we need to go over the recipe for the perfect draft. We do have one in our notebooks for opinion writing, and the one for informative writing is going to be similar. Not totally the same, but similar. So, we're going to start with the introduction paragraph. So, paragraph 1, I'll put that there, is the introduction. In the introduction paragraph, you're going to have a few pieces. The first piece that you're going to have is your hook. Your hook is going to help you draw in your readers and get them interested in what it is you're talking about. Great hooks are things like questions, staggering statistics, something surprising or exciting, something interesting that would get the reader engaged in what you're talking about. After you've written your hook and you've got your reader hooked onto what you'd like to talk about, the next thing that you're going to present is your thesis. Your thesis is a fancy word for your main idea. So, for example, some of you have chosen to write about health products or health practices. So, your main idea is that your health product or a health product improves your health because of reason 1, reason 2, reason 3. If you chose a health process like yoga or soccer, you might say, this sport or this activity is healthy for you because reason A, B, or C. So let's go ahead and write that main idea recipe for our thesis here as well. Okay, so you've got your topic goes here. Remember, your main idea is your topic plus what the author is saying about your topic. Here, you're the author. So your topic goes here. And what are you saying about your topic? Well, you're saying that your topic is good for you because reason 1, reason 2, reason 3. Cool. And remember, you can stop and pause and rewind the video if you need to see the notes or hear something repeated at any time. So, after we've got those two pieces, we're going to head into our first body paragraph, which is actually our second paragraph. So, your first body paragraph is going to look very similar to your body paragraphs when you're doing opinion writing. So your body paragraph goes like this. Okay. So you're going to start off with a transition, maybe my first reason or one reason. Look back in your notes on transitions if you need a bank to get some transitions or need some ideas. One reason your thesis is, so let's say your thesis is that yoga improves your health. So you might say one reason yoga improves your health is your first reason. So you're going to state your reason that supports your thesis for your reader. This is kind of like supporting detail number 1 for your main idea. So then you're going to give an example. For example, blah, blah, blah. You might give, so let's say your one reason yoga is good for you is it makes you more flexible. And then you might say, for example, and then give an example of a way that yoga makes your muscles or your body more flexible. After you put in an example, then you're going to add another detail using another transition. Now, if you want to use a higher transition or a transition that might be a little bit more strong, rather than also, you might say additionally, or rather than then, you might say secondly, or next, or thirdly. So again, look at that list of transitions that we went over earlier in the year, so you have some ideas as to what kinds of transitions you can use to begin your sentences in your paragraphs. And then finally, you're going to add another example or fact. Okay, you're going to do the exact same thing for paragraphs paragraphs 3 and 4, which are your body paragraphs 2 and 3. Okay, so it's going to look like this. So again, we start with our thesis, and now we're on our second paragraph, so I'm starting with a second reason. So a second reason that your thesis, the same thesis is on each of these lines. So, and your thesis is just your main idea. So a second reason yoga is good for you is, and then you put out your second reason. You then provide an example, another example or fact, and finally a third example or fact. Can you add more examples or facts? Absolutely. But you need at least 3. That's the rule. And you guessed it, body paragraph number 3 for reason number 3 looks exactly the same. So I'm going to put paragraph 4, which is body paragraph 3, reason 3. Repeat paragraphs repeat body paragraphs 1 and 2. All right, you'll defer to the second video in this lesson for the conclusion.